Today we continue with our class of Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. We start with Sefer Chofetz Chaim. The big topic is the same for the victim's benefit. Today's topic is accusation against the Beis Din. If one witnessed a crime which subsequently came before the Beis Din, rabbinical court, and accused was acquitted of any wrongdoing, it is forbidden to voice criticism of the Beis Din's ruling. So they ruled by that. That's you don't agree? Okay, keep quiet, basically. One must assume that the court, comprised of the Torah scholars, has done its best to ascertain the facts according to the methods prescribed by Halacha. There is testimony of two valid witnesses, and has ruled in accordance with Jewish law, as detailed in Shulchan Aruch. So basically, I mean, they did according to what they could, right? According to two witnesses. Sometimes if there is no two witnesses, so that's it. Well, what could they do? If one has the sole witness, if one was the sole witness to a crime, then his testimony is invalid. His testimony is invalid. No matter how convincing his arguments. Furthermore, one must, so basically, if he's the only witness, he's not allowed to testify, right? He's not allowed even to talk about it. Furthermore, one must come to terms with the reality that humans are limited in their ability to determine and carry out absolute justice. And ultimately, it is the heaven's power to correct social injustice. So that's what people many times forget. That is still HaShem, that he also saw, not only you, but he also saw what's going on, and he aware of all the injustice. Certainly one who loses a court case cannot possibly be objective in his evaluation of the Beis Din ruling, of course. The practice of raising questions as to the competence of the Beis Din or accusing the judges of bias is blatant slander. That's bad, right? Nevertheless, if one suspects that the ruling was the result of the error in the legal process, he could seek advice of rabbinical authority and ask he investigates the matter. So basically, they're obligated to give him a written conclusion, the judgment, right? That's the reason why we cannot do the courts on Shabbos, because on Shabbos we cannot write. So that's it. All right, so we continue with Kitzur. So today we continue with Siman 19, the laws regarding Mashiv, HaRu'ach, and Talmud. Okay, and we are starting with Halacha number 9. CF9. So it says, one who erred while praying Mariv prayer on the first night of Pesach. So that's when we start, right? First night of Pesach, and began praying the weekday Shemoneh Esrei instead of festival Shemoneh Esrei. So we had, of course, we had all of the things only in a weekday. Okay, and then realized his error after he began to recite blessed in Baruch Aleinu. Baruch Aleinu. Okay, it's for good. Okay, so I mean in the next blessing, where halacha is in a case of the mistakenly begins to recite big day Shemoneh Esrei, then he realizes he is error in the middle. Then he must conclude the blessing that he is in the middle of, and go back to recite festival Shemoneh Esrei. I'm not sure why is this paragraph in here, but okay. So let's let's explain what it says here. I mean, we didn't finish the step. Maybe we'll see the point. Yeah, it's like half of the step. Okay. So first of all, we say. So today, let's say today is the first night of Pesach, right? And on Pesach we recite different, not on all of the holidays we recite different Shemoneh Esrei, specifically for holidays. So somehow he started saying this weekday Shemoneh Esrei. So the general rule is just finish wherever bracha you are. So don't stop don't dump in the middle of the bracha. So stop in the middle of the bracha. No, don't stop. Finish the bracha. And go back to the Shemoneh Esrei festivals. So basically, the first three you can keep, right? The first three of blessing, and just continue with this middle part. Okay. In this case, he should not recite tal umutar, but rather v'shem bracha. So we're talking about this. What is it? We said the sixth blessing, right? In this case, he should not recite al umutar, but v'shem bracha. So we mean the blessed year. Okay. Since the congregation is also no longer recited this formula at that time, but they not recite this formula at that time because they pray weekday holiday Shemoneh Esrei. Let's see, commentary 42. The congregation recites tal umutar only until Pesach. So, but this is the first night of Pesach, basically. However, they do not recite v'shem bracha on the first days of Pesach, since it is a holiday, and Baruch Aleinu is not recited. So this blessing is not recited at all. So they stop with the old one, right? But they didn't start with the new one because new one is going to be recited only on Chol Hamoed, I think, right? That's on Chol Hamoed. Okay. So basically, that's his situation. But he is in the middle. Okay. So what he should do? If the day of Sheila request occurred, the day of Sheila refers to the day in which we began to request dew and rain, tal umutar, on Shabbos. And he erred and began to pray weekday Shemoneh Esrei, and he began to recite blessing Baruch Aleinu. So that is blessing where you have this thing, right? In which case he must finish that blessing, even if he remembered that it is Shabbos as above. He also should not recite tal umutar, but rather v'shem bracha. Since the congregation has not yet begun to recite it, since it is Shabbos, and the practice of the individual always follows that of congregation. Okay, so let's read it again and try to explain. So first example he gave us when we're in the middle it is a Pesach. I mean, we stopped saying one, but we did not start saying second one because second one says, because we said it only in the weekday Shemoneh Esrei. So here they give a different scenarios when it fell on Shabbos. I mean, it's still there's no difference, I think. But let's see. If the first days of Sheila request occurred on the day of Sheila refers to the day in which we begin to request dew and rain, tal umutar, So as we said last time, it's what is it, 4th and 5th or 5th and 6th, I don't know what we said of December. So this, but since it goes by the solar calendar, right? So it could be on Shabbos. There is no like guarantee what date it's going to fall on. So it's actually it says beginning with a Marif of December 4th or 5th. Okay, so 4th or 5th. Okay. No, 42, 43. Okay. So, and this the first day falls on Shabbos. So basically, we stopped saying the previous one, but we did not start saying the new one. Why? Because it's still Shabbos, so we're going to say after Shabbos. Okay, that's the situation. Okay, so it's, let's say it's 4th of December, right? So one more time the whole sentence. If the day of Sheila request occurred, the day of Sheila refers to the day on which we begin to request a dew or rain, as we just said, December 4th or 5th, on Shabbos. And he erred and began to pray weekday Shemoneh Esrei, and he began to recite the blessing Baruch Aleinu, right, for the good years, in which case he must finish the blessing, even if he remembers that it is Shabbos is above. So basically, you cannot stop blessing in the middle, right? Okay, so how should he continue? He also should not recite Talamutar. So new one he does not recite because it's but rather the same HaRu'ach. So even though the same HaRu'ach, right, for the blessing, right? I mean that's what I think the translation is for the blessing. So technically they should have stopped before Shabbos, right, and start the Talmud Mutar on Shabbos. But since he made a mistake and congregation did not start Talmud Mutar, so he's not allowed to start like as individual. So basically, he has to complete as they were doing before. Makes sense or no?
Yeah. So the klal is that the general rule is that if the congregation doesn't say it, you don't say it. Correct?
No. The congregation did not start yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, but today's Shabbos, so that they don't say it. This guy made a mistake.
Okay.
They did not start yet, so they finished the previous one, and today is December 4th, right? So they have to start new one. But since today's Shabbos, in the Shabbos Shemoneh Esrei, does not include this blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's like a very, very unique scenario, but I mean, it's it's possible.
Just remember, what do we say when someone's in Eretz Israel? Would he have to say it or no? Because they're one day.
Yeah. They have to say that on different dates.
Got it.
They say on different dates because they need the rain earlier, much earlier than in exile. So these dates, 4th and 5th, go by Babylonian because most of the Jews live there.
Well, what I meant is if I visit Eretz Israel, let's say they're one day ahead, right? Do I say what that, what they're saying?
They're not one day ahead. I mean, they start, I think, like a few weeks earlier. So, but you pray according to your custom. So even you there, you still like it's like you here. You understand? As we said, unless a person has like he moves there, if he moves there, right, do Aliyah. So from the day one, that's it. He started following their custom. If he planning to stay for a year, I think or only stay. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe if year or plus, so he started going by their custom, I think. Okay. Okay. So in this situation, so he says what this V'sein Abraham. Okay. Since the congregation has not yet begun to recite it, since it is Shabbos, and the practice of the individual always follow that of congregation. Okay, they stopped the previous one, right? Because it's time to stop, but he did not. So he said whatever it was previous one, but did not start the new one.
Rabbi, a lot of times in the shul, I see some people do the confession before Tachnun and some people don't do it. Does this rule apply to this too, and I have to do the confession? You know, the...
Oh, yeah, we do. On Shacharis, correct? In the morning.
I know, yeah, a Shacharis, Mincha, they also do it.
Sephardim.
Oh, sometimes I go to a shtibel, so they do it too, yeah.
In shtibel, they do this?
100%.
Just find out what mussar there.
Sfard.
Oh, Sfard. Okay, got it. Yeah, that explains. Yeah. So Sfardim do. Ashkenazim, it's in Sidurim it says it's optional, but I always do because it's one of the things. This is biblical.
Uh-huh.
All other things are rabbinical, but this we do it is biblical. So, but you don't do. Well, I'm sorry. Since we're on the topic, I want to give you the whole idea. So in Sidur, you do only half a page. Right, so you do only half a page because the rest of it, it's a 13 attribute of mercy. Do you have a Siddur there?
No, I'm writing down what she's saying.
Yes, yeah, okay. So I think it's on page, what page? Maybe 119, I think. In the Siddur. Okay, so you do only half a page because it says that the rest you have to do only with congregation. Congregation means they also recite it. Congregation does not mean that you will have 10 people. You understand? That means congregation. Or they say if you know the tune, how to read from the Torah, so you can do it individually, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's it. So I always say, Tachnun always say. No, not Tachnun, this video.
Mm-hmm. So the first thing is, when I said Sfard, I mean without the E in the middle of the S and the F. I mean Sfard as in like Hasidish, not like SDFRE.
That's why I was that Shtibel is usually Hasidish. Hasidish, many times they just skip Tachnun altogether. I don't know. So that's why well they can do whatever they want, but if it's not too fast, basically.
Understood.
So, but in our Siddur, it's in a Shachar is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It says optional, but it's very recommended.
Mm-hmm. And the second thing is like this. I don't know why. I go to like the slowest place for Shachris you could think of, okay? And over there, Tachnun people speed for some reason. Why? If people speed for Tachnun and so on and so forth, should I still say Vidui or no? Because I can't finish Tachnun in time.
So on Monday and Thursday, right, we have a longer Tachnun.
Uh-huh.
So I finished this Tachnun when they return the Torah. You understand? No, but they go do all of the Kel Mel Rachamim, all of these things they do. They say all of the blessing for sick people, for dead people, these people, for everybody, for the whole world. And I finish. Okay, it's what can I do? Like, you understand? Better not to skip anything from this Siddur. Our main part is to pray Shemoneh Esrei together with them.
Mm-hmm.
Other things, I mean, you try to stay on track, but I mean, what can you do?
Understood. But did you ever notice in shuls for some reason they say talking quickly? Is that like on purpose? Like, no?
Yes, but I don't want to say it on the camera. So,
okay.
Beezrat HaShem, when we get to the Tachanun in this Kitzur, I'm not sure how deep he's going to explain, but it's Tachanun has a very deep weight. It's like all very Kabbalistic things, and that's why our sages explain that we do it wrongly in purpose. So Ashkenazim fall on a hand, but they do not say the right psukim. Sephardim do the right psukim, but they do not fall on the hand. Because he combined two, it's like this, you can create disaster. That's how powerful it is. So we do, but wrongly. Understand?
With these Kabbalistic things, do they matter if we don't have kavanah, like we don't even know why we're doing them?
Yes,
We're doing
them? Yeah. I mean, that's if you just say the words, it should be good.
Understood. Okay.
Understand? So, but yeah. Okay, so I think it's clear what we said, and let's continue. Sif number 10. So it's a little different topic. So it says, Ivan forgot to recite Yaaleh VeYavo, prayer on Rosh Chodesh. So Yaaleh VeYavo, this insertion for Rosh Chodesh and for holidays. But let's say he's davening the just Rosh Chodesh on a weekday, right? So if he said Yaaleh VeYavo. Right, on Rosh Chodesh, so commentary. Yaaleh VeYavo is added to Shemoneh Esrei on Rosh Chodesh and Chol Hamoed. In the blessing, Avoda, temple service. So in a temple service, you have like extra insertion. The blessing begins with Ritzei, be favorable. So in this Ritzei, right, in where you have Modim, right, but when we bow for Modim, you have this Yaaleh VeYavo before Modim, of course. Okay. So one more time, we have this insertion on Rosh Chodesh and Chol Hamoed. Continue. So if one forgot to recite Yaaleh VeYavo prayer on Rosh Chodesh, so today Rosh Chodesh he did not say Yaaleh VeYavo, either in Shacharis or Mincha Shemoneh Esrei, right? Shacharis or Mincha Shemoneh Esrei. Or if one forgot to recite on Chol Hamoed, whether on Shacharis or Mincha or Mariv Shemoneh Esrei, the halacha is as follows. So you follow? You following? Okay. So one more time. If one forgot to recite Yaaleh VeYavo on Rosh Chodesh, either Shacharis and Mincha. So basically, they tell you right away that Mariv is different. So why Mariv is different? At least first day, because they did not. The way if I remember correctly, they did not sanctify the new months on like after dark. You understand? So that's why if it is a little lenient, but Shacharis and Mincha, there is no leniency.
Rabbi, what if we do Mincha, right? We do the Mincha before Rosh Chodesh, right? We accidentally daven late, we skip it, and so we say it during, 9 p.m.
No, step. So the Mincha before Rosh Chodesh is a regular day Mincha, right?
You're correct.
Okay, go ahead. So
I'm saying since it's 9 p.m. already and it is Rosh Chodesh, maybe we add it.
No. If it's like contradiction, so you like oxymoron, right? You pick one. If it's Mincha, it's previous day. If it's Rosh Chodesh, it's the next day. You cannot pray Mincha and say that it's Rosh Chodesh.
I understand.
Cannot be. So even if it's late, but it's technically like it's after the sunset and a little darker, but according to some opinion, you're still allowed to pray Mincha. So it is Mincha. You treat it as Mincha. So just since we were discussing Tachanun, in Mincha service, we skip Tachanun before the holidays, before Rosh Chodesh, basically. Even if you pray early Mincha, it does not make any difference. Sorry. Okay, so one more time. If one forgot to recite Yaaleh VeYavo prayer on Rosh Chodesh, either Shacharis or Mincha Shemoneh Esrei, or if one forgot to recite on Chol Hamoed, whether Shacharis, Mincha or Mariv, Shemoneh Esrei, the halacha is as follows. If he realizes his mission before he recited the verse VeYavo, so at the conclusion of Shemoneh Esrei, after he made this blessing on maybe you will, I think. That's how it translated in English. Right? So after he concluded the Shemoneh Esrei,
which bracha is this?
After the conclusion of Shemoneh Esrei, you did the blessing of peace, and that one line, may it be your will, right? So it's like a cut-off point.
Oh wait, you mean made the expressions in my mouth? That part,
yes.
Or you mean
maybe.
After Elokai, right? Open my heart for your Torah, your namesake.
Yes.
Afterwards, okay, got it.
No, it's I'm not sure in English. So it's after the conclusion of Shemoneh Esrei, correct?
Yes, but I'll tell you to this way. We have made the expressions of my mouth, okay? Then we have Elokai. Then we have made the expressions of my mouth one more time. You see? So we have those two parts twice.
Okay.
So what is it, the first or the second one?
First one.
Got it. Okay.
Right after he concluded. Okay, so first one. So if he realized his mission before he recited the HaRu'ach, right, at the conclusion of Shemoneh Esrei, before he recited, right, then he must go back to the beginning of Ritzei, right, in which Yaaleh VeYavo is recited again. Even if he has already realized his mission. Stop here. Okay, so basically, he before he said this VeYavo, may, as you said, may expression of my mouth, right? So he finished. Before he started this, he realizes he goes to Ritzei. Ritzei, you say it's a temple service, right? So this Yaaleh VeYavo, this what is it in English? Yaaleh VeYavo, let it be raised, or how does it say?
I don't know, but our school puts it in a big gray box, so nobody's.
Yes. Okay, so but for sure it is in a session of let's say the temple service, right? So he says, Kitzur says that he goes to the beginning of this blessing, and he says this blessing after Shemoneh Esrei, but before may expression of my mouth, right? Continue. Even if he already realized his mission, after concluding the blessing of Ritzei, but before the blessing, beginning the following blessing, Modim, right? Modim, when I'm not sure, we gratefully thank you, or how? Modim?
Yes, we're grateful.
Yes, we gratefully thank you. Once he has concluded the previous blessing of Hamachazil Shechinasol Litzion, he must begin the blessing again from Ritzei. As I have written regarding Mashiv HaRu'ach. Okay, so let's back off a little and try to understand what it says here. So now, if he concluded and he's at the end of the Shemoneh Esrei, we said he just go back and say Ritzei. Ritzei temple service, including this Yaaleh VeYavo. Okay, so it's for this insertion for holidays, for Rosh Chodesh and Chol Hamoed. Okay, that's situation is clear. The next situation. Even he already realized his mission. After concluding the Ritzei, so he done with Ritzei, but before beginning the following blessing, Modim, okay, so before Modim, after it say, but like in between. Once he had concluded the previous blessing, Chamachazir Shenesol Litzion, right, and then we say model, right, he must begin the blessing again from Ritzay. So before, like he finished this blessing, right, without saying this insertion for Chol Hamoed or a Shoresh, so he goes back and say this blessing again. As I have written regarding Mashiv HaRu'ach. Okay, let's see, commentary. Above in CF2, if one had finished reciting Mashiv Mechayeh HaMeisim, even if one did not yet begin the next blessing, one must go back, right? Go back. See note 16 there, stating the Shulchan Aruch holds that in this case, as long as he did not yet begin the following blessing, he can recite the added formula there before the next blessing. Likewise, in this case, Shulchan Aruch rules that he should recite Yaaleh VeYavo and then begin model. See also regarding one who's recited only concluding words Baruch atah HaShem. Okay, so it's okay. So basically, okay. So what it says here. So if you finish this blessing, whatever, in which you made a mistake, but you did not start the next blessing, so you can start this blessing that you made a mistake in right now. That's what it says. Okay, which is I mean that's straightforward solution. However, if he realizes, so okay, next scenario, if he realizes before reciting the blessing of Chamachazir Shechinasol Etzion, he should recite Yaaleh VeYavo at that point. So yeah, go ahead.
Which one is this?
It's right before this. These words are right before the. It says Baruch atah HaShem Shechanasol Etzion. It's blesses Hashem who returns his Shechina in Zion.
Understood.
So it's right before this module. You understand? So he said before he said before he recited the blessing Chamachazir Shechinasol Etzion before, he should recite Yaaleh VeYavo. So basically, wherever you are, and that's what we said. Same with another addition. So if you're still in the middle of this blessing, just say it anywhere, right? But there was one line, and here is many lines. Okay, so basically before the concluding blessing of this temple service, so try to do this Yaaleh VeYavo. So he should say Yaaleh VeYavo at this point, and then conclude the blessing with Chazzan, Aneinu, etc. until the end. But if he did not remember until after he recited VeYavo. Okay, so now okay, one second.
Rabbi, yeah. When we say over here that what's it called? He recites. He concludes with Aneinu, right? He says Yaaleh VeYavo. Yeah. He says it. Okay. He says the whole gray box, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Just addition, whatever. Well, one line is addition. You say Rosh Chodesh. Yes.
But the thing itself, it is like 7-8 lines, whatever it is, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's very long. Yes.
Okay, got it.
So, but that's the whole prayer. You're right. It's not one line. Yes. Okay. So continue. But if he did not remember until after he recites VeYavo L'ratzon and tzedek, meaning this may expression of my mouth, right? So, okay, after, so you remember only after, at the end of the Shemoneh Esrei, he must go back to the beginning of Shemoneh Esrei prayer. So, I mean, he forgot this additional on Rosh Chodesh, he has to go to the beginning. On Rosh Chodesh, if he forgot Yaaleh, VeYavo, and Mariv, Shemoneh Esrei, regardless whether Rosh Chodesh is 2 days or only 1 day, as soon as he recited Baruch Atah HaShem in conclusion of the blessing of Ritzei, and he thus mentioned the name of HaShem, he may no longer go back to the beginning of the blessing to recite Yaaleh, VeYavo. Rather, he should conclude the blessing with Chamachazir Shechinaso Letzion, and then finish Shemoneh Esrei prayer as usual. The reason for this difference between Marif and other prayers is that because they would not sanctify the new Rosh Chodesh night. Okay, so it's so let me read the comment. But basically, that's what we explained before. So Rosh Chodesh is very different. So Rosh Chodesh is they sanctify, and that's when we celebrate. But this holidays, it's not the case, right? This holiday, we know in advance when this holiday is going to be. So, for example, we know the Shabbos on not Shabbos, but there is no how much Shabbos. There is on Pesach, right? Pesach is started on the 15th, night of the 15th, right? So we know exactly when it's going to fall, right? So that's a different thing. But if it's Rosh Chodesh and it's Mariv, it's very interesting. Even 2 days. So basically, how come I understand 1 day, but second day, right? Why would not say second day? I mean, but the leniency is there. So if you forgot and you did and you already start Baruch Atah HaShem, concluding of this blessing of the temple service. So basically, just leave it. I mean, finish as regular, as usual.
I have a question. Let's say Bali Tshuva, right? So he's been in the business for a while. He says Yaaleh, whatever it is, 30 times. Exactly. He says it 30 times. Okay, he went through 30 Rosh Chodeshes. Okay, Baruch Hashem. Now, the 31st time, he forgot if he said it, didn't say it. Does he have to go back, like we said before, for,
Because most likely he did not say it.
Mm-hmm. So what's the psak over here? How many times do you have to say it until it counts as if
they're not connected? That's the thing. You see, here we say like 30 days. So in 30 days, you most probably say around 100 times, right? But this is only one time or two times a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you understand? So if he did not remember, if he does not remember, most likely he did not say it.
Mm-hmm. Do we say this even if it's like the last day of, let's say, a Yom Tov, or let's say Pesach, it's the last day of Pesach, we still go with this?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
I think so, yes. But okay, one second. I mean, I don't want to give you too much information, but on Pesach, without different Shemoneh Esrei. So Chol Hamoed, intermediate days, we down weekday Shemoneh Esrei with Chol Hamoed insertion. So we say basically Yaaleh, VeYavo. That's in this thing, right? But on the holiday itself, like first 2 days, last 2 days, we down totally different Shemoneh Esrei. So in that totally different Shemoneh Esrei, in our books, it's page 660. You cannot go wrong. I mean, that's like different text. So he cannot. But okay, he can forget and down completely different Shemoneh Esrei. Yes, it's possible. Okay. The day of Rosh Chodesh had to be declared by the Beis Din, right? Beis Din. Since they would not declare Rosh Chodesh until it's a daytime, the night was never sanctified with the holiness of Rosh Chodesh. I mean, today we know that because the calendar is established, but in all the days, never. The second night of Rosh Chodesh, when the 2 days of Rosh Chodesh is only second night in our observance of Rosh Chodesh. The actual day of Rosh Chodesh was always 1 day. Is always 1 day. The 2 days are observed only due to the doubt as to the day or true date of Rosh Chodesh, Mishnah Berurah. For further discussion, see, okay, Kitzur editorial glosses. So let's try to understand what it says. Because some part of it of this comment we already said, but not everything. So first day, first night Marif, we said there is no problem because people did not people. These great rabbis never sanctified this Rosh Chodesh at night. Okay, that's but we have a established calendar. That's why we know when exactly Rosh Chodesh. If he forgot on Marif, he does not go back. Okay, that's clear. Okay, clear. Continue. Then so we had the question about second day of Rosh Chodesh. So they say there is no second day of Rosh Chodesh. So Rosh Chodesh is basically the day when there are 2 days. It's a first day. So what they say, it's like it's only the actual day of Rosh Chodesh was only 1 day. So the Rosh Chodesh is the first of the month, right? So Rosh is the head, right? Chodesh is the month, right? So it's Rosh Chodesh is the first of the month. So when we have 2 days of Rosh Chodesh, right? Sometimes we have 2 days. So the first day of Rosh Chodesh is actually on the 30th days of the previous month. It's not first and second, like many people think. Sometimes when I heard many times with people, like they said, no, it's first. No, it's not first and second. It's 30th and first. So this 30th is actually was added because of the doubt. Maybe it was that day because month is full and stuff like that. So when the Torah it's full month, and when the 29 is what is it called? The month that is missing, basically. Yeah, go ahead.
So long story short, then why on Yom Tov? Let's say we have a 2-day Yom Tov. Second day, okay, I say a weekday Shemoneh Esrei, it should be no problem as well, no? Over here.
No. Okay, so since it's a big difference. So since our sages said that they sanctify the second day as also holidays, it's 100% holiday. There are only minor differences between first day and the second day. Okay. But today, I would say it does not apply to us. Mm-hmm. Like it's I think one that I remember, the burial through the non-Jew are allowed on the second day. Mm-hmm. But because of the respect to the body. But now, since they have refrigerators, so nobody making burials on the second day. So let's try maybe go one more. Oh, okay, yeah, it's very short. So maybe 2 more. Okay, number 11. If one forgot on Rosh Chodesh or Chol HaMoed to recite Yaaleh VeYavo during the Shacharis prayer, okay, even if he did not realize his omission until after the prayed mussar prayer, so that he had already mentioned mussar, the sanctity of Rosh Chodesh or Chol HaMoed. Nevertheless, he must go back and pray Shacharis Shemoneh Esrei again. If by the time he remembered, the time for praying Shacharis had passed, he should recite compensatory prayer, Shemoneh Esrei, with a mincha prayer. See Sharet Teshuvah 186, as explained there. Okay, so let me quickly read this note, and we're going to go to the beginning and explain. Where the Kitzur rules regarding the Chazzan who forgot to recite Yaaleh VeYavo in his repetition of the Shacharis Shemoneh Esrei on Chol HaMoed of Rosh Chodesh. Okay, so now With Marif, we have like easy pass a little, right? If he forgot, and it's on Rosh Chodesh. Now, if he forgot Yaaleh VeYavo, this holiday edition on Rosh Chodesh on Cholamet on Shacharis. So basically, they say so after Shacharis we always pray mussar, right? We always pray mussar, so additional prayer. So if he did not remember to in order to go back, okay, no problem, right? Even if he prayed the mussar, right? Even after mussar he has to pray like separate Shacharis Shemoneh Esrei. Mussar Shemoneh Esrei is different.
Rabbi, just to ask, let's say it's Shacharis, right? And I forgot to pray my Rav on Rosh Chodesh, okay? And so I compensate for it during Shacharis, okay? Agreed? Okay. So if I compensate, but once again I forgot to say Yaaleh VeYavo, okay? Do I have to repeat it or no? It's the Ma'ariv Shemoneh Esrei. Ma'ariv, we said it's okay if I forgot it, so on and so forth.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, understood.
But if you forgot in Shacharis, so you have to pray. It's like the guy going to three steps back, 3 steps forward, like continue forgetting. That's a little too much, right? People would go crazy. Like, what is going on? Yeah, but you're right. Yeah. so now we say, but if the time for the Shacharis passed, so basically, if you're still able to pray Shacharis. Right, so you must pray this Shemoneh Esrei like separate from everything. Pray right then. But if not, so if that time passed, there's no point of praying. Right. So and next appropriate time would be double your Shemoneh Esrei, whatever you missed, with a mincha Shemoneh Esrei. Okay, so let's do one more. They're very short. Number 12. In every case where one must go back and pray Shemoneh Esrei again, he must wait before beginning the second Shemoneh Esrei for a amount of the time that the text walk 4 amos, like a few seconds, I would say. So commentary said this halach applies also when one recites Shacharis and mussar consecutively. I mean, I'm not sure how to pass. Or in certain cases, recited the compensatory prayer. Okay, so this is known as Shacharis and mussar. So he did mussar and he earned in Shacharis. So he can pray right after he finishes mussar Shemoneh Esrei, he can start Shacharis Shemoneh Esrei, which makes sense, right? So he just wait how long after stepping back and reciting Oyser Shalom. So after he completes, he must wait. How long? Approximately 2 to 3 seconds. So it would be like a clear separation. So I finished that. Okay, I have an obligation to pray whatever I missed last time. Okay, no problem. I'm going to do that. Okay, but you need like a small break. Okay. So 1 second, let me check time. Oh, we still have time. Okay, so let's do one more. 13. So Chazzan who erred, that's a problem, Chazzan, where in his recitation of silent Shemoneh Esrei prayer, the commentators say who would have to wait longer to Chazzan to begin Chazara Hashatz, repetition of Shemoneh Esrei. No, sorry, it's wrong. In his private Shemoneh Esrei, which he prays before Chazzan repetition, recite it aloud. So one more time. If Chazzan erred in his recitation of silent Shemoneh Esrei, so Chazzan recites Shemoneh Esrei as all of us, right? And he erred in his personal Shemoneh Esrei, not in what he does in public, but what he does in he does in private, right? Does not go back to praise the silent Shemoneh Esrei a second time. I mean, everybody would have to wait for him. That's a little too much, right? So, due to the inconvenience that would bring to the congregation, right? Rather, he relies on Shemoneh Esrei prayer that he will pray aloud. right? There is Chazzan's repetition. Therefore, after he has completed the repetition of Shemoneh Esrei prayer, he should recite Elokai Netzor, and step 3 steps back. 53. Originally, Chazzan does not need to recite Elokai Netzor, or step back after the repetition. Here, however, since he is using Chazzan's repetition to fulfill his own personal obligation as well, he must recite Elokai Netzor and steps back upon conclusion Shemoneh Esrei. So let me explain this. It's very interesting. So he missed Yaaleh VeYavo in his prayer, is his personal prayer. Okay. We say, okay, for all others, our simple people, we have to repeat. But he's an important person. He cannot just make everybody wait. So he starts his repetition of Shemoneh Esrei out loud, and he realized that he's going to say Yaaleh VeYavo on this Shemoneh Esrei. Okay, all is good, but he did not say the last part, right? Since this prayer that he prayed first, Son, was incomplete, he must complete all of this. May the words of my mouth and Elokai Netzor, this second paragraph, like after that paragraph, and then he takes 3 steps back. So basically, when he does a repetition, he stops right there before may express on my mouth. That's the last thing that he says. I apologize. That's the last thing that he says, but he does not go like Elokai Netzor. You understand? In normal circumstances, but in this case, since he missed his own Shemoneh Esrei, so he has to say all of these things again. Because why? Because generally, he had to pray like from the beginning Shemoneh Esrei. Right? Make sense or no? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do one more. So we finish chapter. Okay, one more, last one. So it says on a fast day, when communal fast or a private fast, okay, those who fast recite in the Mincha Shemoneh Esrei prayer, in the blessing Shema Aleinu. Just those who fast recite Mincha Shemoneh Esrei prayer in the blessing of Shema Aleinu. So here our Shema Aleinu is hear our voice, I think. And the Aleinu answer us. So it's like I don't know 4 lines or so. Answer us. When he reached the conclusion of the words of the prayer, Bechol es tzaras vetzukah. It's in English spelling. In every time of distress and woe. Okay, so that's the explanation, translation. In every time of distress or woe, he should conclude the blessing Shema Aleinu with the words Ki ata shomeh tefillah. No. Just 1 second. Ki ata shomeh. And they say unsettlement. So let me see the commentary and they explain. This is in a contrast to the Chazzan, who repeats Aneinu as a separate blessing in his repetition of Shemoneh Esrei, between the blessing of redemption and the blessing of healing. And concludes with Baruch atah HaShem, ha'oinei be'ei tzara. Bless you, HaShem, who responds to our time of distress. Okay, so let me explain before we continue. Let me explain quickly what it says. So if you see in repetition of the Shemoneh Esrei, they have this great box, and it says the commentary says only Chazzan says it. So if Chazzan says it, you don't say it, but you say it in a different place, right? Hear our voice. Okay. If person forgot to recite Aneinu, so meaning he's private Aneinu. If so, what is Aneinu? It's Aneinu is answer us. Okay. If person forgot to recite Aneinu, if he remember only after he recited the name of HaShem in the concluding of blessing Shema Kaleinu, Shomei Tefillah, right? So Baruch Atah HaShem Shomei Tefillah. He does not go back to the beginning of the blessing to recite the name. Rather, after the conclusion of the entire Shemoneh Esrei prayer and after Elokai Netzor, before stepping out of the place, of his place to take 3 steps back, he should recite Aneinu until the words Behold es tzaras v'tzukah. And then he concludes the verse Vayhi Ratzon, etc. at the end of the Elokai Netzor supplication. So let me finish and I'm going to explain. If he did not realize his omission until after stepping off his place, he does not say Aneinu at all. Okay. So let's try to understand what it says here. So basically, if the person forgot his personal Aneinu, right, answer us, and so basically he concluded this blessing. That's it. So in other places we say with Yaaleh VeYavo, maybe he can do between the blessing, right? In other places maybe between the blessing, but here that's it. That's too late. Okay, so he can say after reciting Elokai Netzor. So basically it's right before the taking these 3 steps back. So he adds this paragraph. But if he forgot even then, so that's it. So he does not say it. I think if a person is not fasting, he also does not say it, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we finish. Any questions on any topic? Go ahead.
In the comment, what's it called? Rabbi Silberg asked a question. I want to know an answer. So basically, we say that Rashi says that Rachel gave the signs, right? That she was actually Rachel and Lavan didn't trick Yaakov, right? She gave the signs to Leah so that Leah wouldn't be embarrassed, okay? Right? So the question is like this. Why Leah on the night of the marriage? Why didn't she just say, hey, I'm not really Rachel? Why did she have to wait until after she got married, after the night, and so on and so forth, when it was already day, and then Yaakov had to know this by himself?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
that's the question. Why did Leah not say right away? Why did she have to wait the night for Yaakov to, be with her, so on and so forth?
I mean, so first of all, it was her dream to marry Yaakov.
Sorry, I agree, but Leah's a tzedekis. She wanted to just it's my dream, and so.
No. Tzedekis. She was tzedekis, but she knew that somehow in the divine providence, she knew that there are going to be holy sons that should come from Yaakov, and she wanted to be part of it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so why should I don't know, if you get an opportunity to go to I don't know somewhere on a holy mission and it was a mistake or whatever, so you would go. I would go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you understand? And plus she like after Rachel agreed and she gave her the sign, so maybe it was in her mind was like, okay, like everything is according to the plan. And sometimes under the stress, people act differently. You understand? So it's that's why I also just said do not reply right away. Just take your time, especially when just think over the situation.
Understood.
But of course she wanted it.
Okay.
I'm sure that I have a deeper answer than this, but it's like a pshat, like pure psychology. That in the beginning of the parasha it says that, but the Leah had weak eyes. So Rashi explained what do you mean weak eyes? Because she cried a lot. She didn't want to marry Esau. You know, so how long did she was crying for all of these years not to marry Esau, and now she's marrying Yaakov the son. So and she has to give up her dream. Come on, right? It's like overwhelming how not to marry Yaakov. That's shot.
That's a cool. And another question, for example. So let's say I'm in a class. Okay. So 2 questions. Now, when do you do Kiruv? I'll explain to you why I'm saying this. Okay. Let's say, right, I have a few brothers. Okay, they're not from, so I could send them Beezrat HaShem, right? But what's gonna happen? They could tell my mom he's sending me Beezrat HaShem, and then I have problems, and you don't want me to have problems. So which one comes first, my Yiddishkeit or my Kiruv?
No, okay, you can send them. I mean, it's not like I don't know, pornography or something. I mean, what's wrong is this? I mean, if they ask you to stop, so you stop, and then you start after some time. That's exactly you know you have to learn from Maaseh Satan. That's what he does, and that's what all this advertisement. I block them, so I block them. Okay, they wait 8 months, 6 months. There again, I block you. I unsubscribe from you. You know, all of them. Who does it? All of them does it. Even the Jewish organizations. And so after the second time, I unsubscribe. I just put them in spam. That's it. Spam works, but unsubscribe does not work. You understand?
Mm.
So I mean, so that's what you do. They complain a little, but I mean. They're older than you. Why were they going to tell mommy that the younger brother abuses us? Send an email. Okay, let him complain about CVS. Send too many coupons. I don't know, or staples. Just delete the email. That's it. Don't read it. They block it. Yeah.
Understood. What's it called?
Second question.
Yes. Okay. So second question is, let's say I'm in a classroom, right? And listen, this English class to me, not so much fun, right? So I want to study Torah. So what do? I ask the principal, okay, can I study whatever? He says I'll talk to the teacher, so on and so forth. But the thing is like this, right? Now I have to give off a good impression as a Yid, correct? Agree? Okay. So what would be a good impression? A good impression would be like, oh, I'm sitting in class, raising my hand, these English questions, oh, this, oh, that, so on and so forth. Not me learning Torah. So which one would take precedence? Me learning Torah with permission, or me answering questions and this and that and so on and so forth for the English teacher?
Or just in Torah? No, I'm trying to understand the second option. So second option, just read the Torah in the same class?
I read the Torah with permission, right? And maybe raise my hand once or twice. Maybe.
So this this English teacher allows you to learn Torah in his class?
Oh, so like this. I said I want to. Let's say I go to the.
No. So you're principal, but this teacher, local teacher, but principal is the head, but the local teacher, he has to agree on that. I mean.
Yeah. We said that the principal is going to talk to the English teacher.
Okay.
And to get the English teacher to agree, but
Yeah. But okay, so I mean, if he agrees, so yeah, let's do that. Mm. But if he does not, so you cannot go like behind his back and do it's stolen time.
Understood.
But to make a good impression on others, I mean, I think if you study Torah, it would be good impression. But not like if teacher is against, so then what can you do?
Understood. And then one more thing. So we say, for example, Rabbi Reuben says that in regards to doing Kiruv, right? If someone's not going to listen, basically no point. Correct?
Okay, so it's not our job to decide he's going to listen or not, right? It's not our judgment. You give him information. He's going to block you, I don't know, not to listen to you, say stop it or whatever. So, okay, go ahead.
Correct, but I'm saying, let's say you already tried something and he's not for him. Then you just next, right?
Next, yes, we say next.
Okay, understood.
So that's what I do. Look, I got, I don't know, like before the class, I got 7 messages. I don't have time to answer them. See, there are so many people who wants to know. So why would they and they ask me these questions and they need guidance and this and that, advice, and sometimes like it's longer text I have to read, whatever. And instead, like I better prefer to invest my time in answering those questions that try to ask back somebody to watch the video. I send the video. He has some merits, right? He's going to watch. He does not. I mean, what can I do? He told me no 3 times. I mean,
understand.
But this spam is the best example. Not spam. This I unsubscribe. You have to remove, and they send me emails. Yeah, we remove this from the list. Again, it's my.
Understood. And last thing, I asked Rabbi Reuben about this. I'm waiting for an answer. But in his HaShem Took Back His Millions movie, correct? Over there, he talks about gambling. All right. And during the gambling, he says, it's really the Hasidim, some of them who go gamble, in the suits, so on and so forth, their costumes, are doing Hilul Hashem, something like that. That's something what he said, okay?
Yes.
So then during that clip, first I'll start off with a mushal. Let's say I said I had a nice car, right, in a video, okay? Then I have an editor, so what does he do? He puts a Lamborghini or a Bugatti, he shows a clip of a nice car, okay? So if he shows a Toyota, I'm going to ask him if he thinks a Toyota is a nice car. Agreed? So in regards to, because he showed the Hasidim who are protesting against the Zionists, right? When it said Hilul Hashem, he showed that. So I was wondering, is that the shita that we follow, that, we're not too happy with these Hasidim who publicly protest against the Zionists, or no?
It's not Hasidim per se. It's like people who don't have a Jewish ideology.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So even if it's this Hasidim, let's say that protest, this Netorei Karta, they call organization. So I mean, one thing you don't agree with the state of Israel, the Zionists, this like anti-Torah people, it's one thing, but to be on the side of the enemy that kill Jews, all religious and non-religious, that's a little too much. You understand? So basically, they unite with the enemy because they don't like the Zionists. They unite with the enemy, which is not that's not Torah way. We don't unite with the goyim to go against the Jews. How do we know? It's from Papus and Darianus, or whatever was it? These two brothers, from Hashmonaean dynasty. So one was in Yerushalayim, one was beyond the walls of Yerushalayim, and they fight who is going to be the next king. And one who was was like beyond the Yerushalayim, so he got enlisted who? Romans. Guess what? And that's how the Romans, he invited Romans to the country to fight against his brother. You understand? That's how it started. And it finished, we know how it finished, with destruction of the temple. And Romans were very cruel. They before the destruction, they did so much blood was spilled. Why? Because he said, let's get Goyim involved. Help us to see. You understand? So that's what Netorei Karta does. And this people who goes to casino, it was one example. So people like with very low morals, they want, like I don't know, they want all this gamble, all this non-Jewish life. So it's, I mean,
and in regards to, one second. Okay. Yeah, never mind, I guess. Okay, we're fine.
So I give one example. So I used to go to like to one place. I don't want to say where, in New Jersey, for like annual like Shabbaton, like so. And then there is one shul, like small shtibel, and it's always like not enough people, like 10 people, 11 people. We would wait for somebody, but nice place for me. It's like getaway, right? So and in the hotel, I saw many Jews. These Jews. So I said, "Guys, are you coming to the show?" They said, "No, we're not coming." So, but do you have different minyan? Maybe I should join you in the hotel. They said that we don't have minyan. So basically, I'm not sure why would they come to rent a room, and there is a shul like, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes walk from the hotel. No more than 10 minutes, right? And they would stay in a room. I don't know what they would do. Why would you go on Shabbos? So some people like something is missing in Shabbos. Something is missing. Like, why would you go away from the shul wherever you live, stay in some hotel room? I don't know, and not go to pray. I don't know. Beyond me. All right, so let's start.
I remembered it. Okay, so Rabbi Reuven said that, for example, sometimes rabbis have to do some stuff that they wouldn't want to do. For example, right? Let's say they had to have a meeting with the Pope or whatever. Okay, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So why is that different than what you were saying about those Zionists who, become friendly with the Goyim in order, not the Zionists, the anti-Zionists who are friendly with some of the Goyim to get rid of the Zionists? How are the two different?
No, not to get get rid of the Zionists, get rid of all of the Jews. They basically they unite with the Palestinian murderers. They went to Iran. They kiss with these Iranian people, crazy people, crazy. And it's all on the video. So they get funding from this. Of course, I mean, who else is going to fund them? You understand? And so Iran does not say we want to only kill the Zionists. No, they say we want to kill. We want to eliminate the Eretz, land of the Israel completely. You understand? So these people, in their mind, they're against Zion, but they're not. There are different people, different Jews live there. Mm-hmm. These animals are not going to check you're religious, you're not religious, they're going to kill everybody. Chas v'shalom. So that's who they unite with. But sometimes, you're right, during our history, Jews had to go to the Pope and ask him. But guess what? The answer of the Pope was very clear. I do not care. Go and die. That's it. That's many times Jews asked during the Holocaust for Pope to stop this massacre. They did not help. Zero. Unfortunately. So it's Ein Od Milvado. There is none but him. Sometimes we have to realize there is none but him. Not all the connection. Now not our neighbors. Nobody is going to say nobody but HaShem.
Okay, shukr. Thank you.
All right, so let's start.